Hello friends, good morning all of you, and let's start today. So
Good morning, sir.
okay, thank you, Krishna. So I think that in previous class we people were about to just discuss frequently asked questions. So immediately we people will start without wasting much of time. I will share the screen. Okay, fine. I think that somebody just reply me if my voice is audible to you clearly and screen is also visible. So is it audible and visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, fine. So thank you. Let's continue with this that frequently asked questions. I would like to tell you people, if you prepare this FAQs, frequently asked questions, I'm sure that your 70% of interview you people are going to cover here. Okay, because these are the similar type of questions and they're again frequently asked and can be only words only changed, but the question will be the same. And if you can prepare for 70% of your interview through this FAQs, and that for remaining 30%, you people have to expect the unexpected. Okay. So what I mean by expect the unexpected, that you cannot even have an idea what they may ask you. Okay. So here you people can just come to know that throughout your engineering of 4 years, there would be 8 semesters, and let's say in each semester you have average 5 subjects, something like this. So people can calculate, and so almost people are studying almost 40 subjects in those 4 years. So question may come from any of those, but you need not to worry much about those things. Okay. So for that 30%, you just be ready. Anything can come, and if it is coming, you're going to handle those questions like that. You're going to be ready for this 30% of your interview. And what may happen that sometimes the questions they are asking you, uh, you probably don't know the answer. Okay, so if you don't answer, what you can do, you can just admit it. So I really don't know the answer of this question, and I will try to find out more information of this question. And I will be ready. Something like that. You can just tell. Other way, if you don't answer, you can guess. So guess is not necessarily you're just lying information or you're talking it deliberately false information. But if you're guessing the answer, you need to mention something like this. So I really don't know the answer, but I guess this can be near about this answer of this question. Or I think as per my information, what I know based on this, something like that, you can put some phrases like this, which shows that you don't answer, but it is your guess. Okay. So guessing is also one of the ways or tricks that you people can answer. But if you really don't know, you're totally blank about any concept, and for the just the sake of making impression, if you're saying, so this concept is like this, and this is used here, and you're just answering in such a way that you know it confidently, you cannot make them full, because these people are just in that way, let's say minimum 14 years or 15 years experience they're carrying, and so you cannot make them full by answering something uh, which is wrong. So take care about these things. So let's try to go through these questions which you people are just getting. So first of all, you may just get this question, which is very common, that tell me about yourself. What did you, sorry, why did you leave your previous job? This can be again question. What sort of job you're looking for? What appeals to you about this job? What do you think you'd be good at this job? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Would you accept this job if it were offered to you? What do you know about this company? if you take this job, how long would you stay? Don't you think you may be too old? Don't you think you may be too young? Don't you think you may be too inexperienced? So these could be some of, there are more, but here for you, you can just have this. Additionally, you search on Google or internet, you'll get a lot of questions which you can prepare for your interview as far as you people are going to face your final interview. So we'll think of some of the questions here and then we'll close this unit, personal interview. So let's try to go through the first question, which is the very important and foremost for all of us. That is about your introduction. So I'd like to tell you people that in the exam, if I tell you that tomorrow is the exam may be a traditional exam, like a written exam, not like online exam. And for that, if people are studying, and if I tell you that this is a particular question which is going to come definitely in the exam tomorrow. So what you will do, you'll prepare for this question thoroughly. You'll prepare for this question from beginning to end, and so that you people can write that question in the exam. The same thing, this is your exam again, but this is your oral exam, and in this oral exam one question is going to be definitely asked, and which is this question? This question is, tell me about yourself. So this is the question which is going to come in your oral exam. That oral exam name is interview, and you have to be ready for this question. Okay, so now let's try to understand this question first of all. In simple words, I will tell you this question means your introduction. It is nothing other than that. Any introduction, whose information will people tell? Whose information we need to tell in introduction? Reply me. In
Our name,
yes, it is our information.
address.
Okay, yes, you're right. Our information, first listen. Okay, it is our information. So now again I have next question. Is there anyone that who don't know about ourselves? As Krishna was saying, our name, our address, our educational qualification, something like these points. So is there anyone who don't know, who doesn't know about this, that I don't know my name, I don't know my address, I don't know from where I have completed my SSC, HSC or graduation, I don't know my some of the hobbies, I don't know my family background. Is there anyone can be like this? Yes or no? Will there be anyone who don't know about his name, his address, his qualification, his hobbies, something like this? In fact, there will be no one.
No, sir.
Yes, you're right. There will be no one that who don't know about name and address and everything. But still, there are people who are not able to. It means that it shows that you know the answer of this question. But still, there are people who are not able to perform well in this first question, which is going to set the tone of your interview, which is going to create positive impression of your interview. And here, many of the students fail to create positive impression. They lose this opportunity of creating your own impression by giving your own introduction in short words, in less words, or in short time, let's say 2 to 3 minutes that you people can spend for introducing yourself. Okay, and this question can be asked in other ways also. Tell us about you, introduce yourself. Sometimes they are asking in different words also, run your resume or something like that. They ask you in different ways, but purpose of all those things is that you need to give your brief information, that is your introduction. Okay, so that is what I would like to tell you people. And this is the compulsory question which is asked in the beginning. It is not like that first they're asking you a lot of question about your technical questions and other about skills and so many things questions they're asking you, and at the end they're asking you give us your introduction. Is it like this? No, it is the beginning of your interview, and in the beginning they're asking you, tell me about yourself or introduce yourself, or sometimes they may ask you another question. Before this question there is possibility, not compulsorily, but possibility that they may ask you another question like this: how is your day? So how are you today? They may ask you another also. So they may ask you like this. Okay, so if they're asking you how is your day, probably you tell the positive answer, sir. It is a nice day, sir. It was a fantastic day, sir. It is amazing day, sir. It was wonderful day, sir. Something like this. And if you really face some problems of traffic, of traveling, or maybe there is a bike puncture or any other reason can be there, in that case, you just try to mention, but don't be too negative about your day. Okay. So rather, if there are any negative incidents, even then also you try to tell that it was a nice day for you. They may ask you. Or if another question, if they're asking you, how are you today? There is also you're expected to tell the positive answer only. So I'm very good today. I'm very fine. It was fantastic. I'm okay. I'm really good. Something like this people have to answer. Don't tell anything negative, sir. Today I am feeling very lazy, or I'm not good today. I'm feeling sick. I'm ill, or any other negative, because that will set your attitude. And if you're talking negative, it will show that you are a pessimist. So don't be a pessimist, but be optimistic and answer positively. If any question before this question, before your introduction, if any question is going to come, that would be like this: how is your day, or how are you today? And be ready for these questions also. And then let's come to the introduction, that this is the most often, I will not call it most often, but I call it compulsory question. Okay, not often, but it is compulsory question asked in the interview, when in the beginning of your interview. So in this, let's try to understand what you people can add. First of all, Krishna, you are telling like that. First of all, you need to talk about your name. Okay, so how you can start talking about your name? Many students start with myself Rohit, myself Ramesh, myself this, myself what. So I would like to tell you people, nobody will use this phrase myself Rajesh, myself Mahesh, myself Ganesh, Ramesh, whatever is your name. Don't use myself. What you can say and then mention your name. So I am Rohit, Ramesh, Rajesh, Ganesh, whatever it is your name is, like this. Or you can just also begin like this, basis, and then mention your name here. Okay. So you can begin like this. But again, remember, if they're asking you like this, suppose your name is Rohit, and they're asking you, Rohit, tell me about yourself. In this case, again, is it necessary to tell your name that I am Rohit or this is Rohit? No, not necessarily. Yes, Krishna. I expect you are saying no.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So not necessary, because from your resume, they already know that your name is Rohit, and in that case, you can avoid this thing. I'm Rohit, or my name is Rohit, or this is Rohit, because they know it already. So you can begin like that. I'm basically from. Then you can go to the next point, which is about your address. Okay, so in case of address, what you can say like that, I'm from. So you can begin like this. Common way to begin that. I am from, or there are people, some they call I'm basically from. Basically means that your native places. And if you have frequently changed places, suppose that you're basically from Pandapur, but you have lived at Pune, Solapur, Chennai, Delhi, Kolkata, something like that. In that case, you can say I'm basically from Pandapur, but now I'm living at this. So in that case, you can use the word basically. Okay, so you can mention your address here. So right now, we people are from rural area. Most of the times, people are living in villages. So in that case, how you can just mention your address. So let's think about now, if my village name is Upri. So if I say I'm from Upri, so just saying Upri is not necessary, because the people who are from let's say out of Maharashtra, or who are from out of Solapur, they don't know about Upri village. So I need to say like this: I'm from Upri, which is in Pandapur Tehsil, district Solapur, Maharashtra. Something like that. You need to give your full details. Just saying that I'm from Upri, that will not be okay. Apart from that, we are living from the cities. If you're from the cities like Solapur, Pune, or let's say Chennai, Bangalore, in that case, it is okay to say that I'm from this place. Okay, but mention your full address here. Then next, you people can just add your educational qualification. Okay, in your educational qualification, you can add about your SSC, from where you completed and how much percentage or class. You can mention first class, second class, about your HSC, from which junior college you have completed, and with your percentage you can mention, or class you can mention. If you don't want to mention your percentage, you can mention your class, first class, second class, something like this. And then you talk about your graduation. So from which college you completed your graduation with class, first class, second class, something like this. So these two people can add here. Then apart from that, you people can add maybe your hobbies. You can add your family background. So in your hobbies, you can mention a couple of hobbies. Couple of means like, let's say 2 or 3 max. Don't give a long list of your hobbies. Okay, so you just mention I love to dance. If your hobbies dancing, I love to dance. I love to read newspaper. Or my hobbies, I can start like this also. My hobbies are playing games, watching cricket, playing cricket, or reading books, listening music, watching movies. So think about your hobbies and try to mention 2 hobbies, yeah, minimum 2, a couple of things that 2 3 you can mention. Okay. uh, in case of family background, you can mention that we are from joint family, we are from separate family, or nuclear family you can mention. There are 4 members in my family. You can say that I have a younger brother, younger sister, elder brother, elder sister. I have seen many of the students, they call it I have a big brother. So what is meaning of big brother? What will be the meaning of big brother? Because big shows the size. Okay, so if you are saying big brother, it shows that the you have a fat big brother. So that doesn't mean actually. But don't call it I have a big brother. You can say I have elder brother, and don't call I have small brother. Rather than you can call I have younger brother. So these will be the right words to talk about your elder and younger brother sister. Then you can talk about your father, mother. So I can say that my father is farmer, my father is driver, my father is businessman, my father is teacher, my father is government servant, my father is a private servant, something like that. You can add what your father is about. And also you mentioned about your mother as well, like this. My mother is a housewife. Uh, my mother is homemaker, you can call it. You can say my mother is also farmer, my mother is businesswoman, my mother is a teacher, my mother is government servant, something like that. Based on whatever you have, that you just try to mention in short about your family background as well. uh, Apart from that, you can just add own your points. So but this should be common points that you people can add. So you can take 1 or 2 minutes, and I expect that minimum 5 students should introduce to it right now. So is there anyone who is ready to give you introduction? You can raise your hand. But I expect now 5 students are going to give introduction. So let me know uh, if you need time for preparation. Is it necessary or we can start? If anybody is ready, you people can just start. Or we'll start at after 2 minutes. You can take 2 minutes for thinking, and after 2 minutes, I will ask you. Okay, is it audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay, fine. So 5 students will introduce themselves today. You can use your own points, not what I suggested. You can add your own points. Yes, Shubham. We'll begin with Shubham. Thank you, Shubham, for taking initiative. I really appreciate your effort that you started, and be bold. Right now, I'm not taking your interview. Imagine, and this will give you confidence. You'll come to know that yes, I can do. So that feeling should be somewhere from bottom of your heart. So you can begin, Shubham. Go ahead.
Hello everyone. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Shubham Shravan Kamre and I am put up in Angar. Uh, my education is that I have completed my 12th standard in uh, uh, KSB Patil College Angar, and and for about my skill, I am learner. I am learner from my atmosphere. uh, okay, and I want to be an engineer because it is the respected job in society. And okay, that's it.
Okay, all right, Shubham, you have done it nice, but somewhere it shows that you are not prepared at all. So that happens, and because I'm sure that all you people need to be ready with your introduction. Many of the times you might be asked, not for just job, not for just interview, but for number of occasions you people are asked to introduce yourself, and in that case you should be ready because your introduction will give hint, or I will call it some understanding about you. So you people, all you people, just write down one page of your introduction and always rehearse it. Last point of this slide is like this: prepare written answer for this question and rehearse it, practice it. So here I will suggest that all you people, not only 5, because of short of time I'm taking only 5 today, but all you people are expected to introduce yourself and try to make your introduction in a such a way that it should be effective. So Shubham, you have done it. I'm
Sorry
happy
for
about.
that, sir. I'm not prepared
Yes,
for that.
yes,
Just
it's all
whatever.
right. It is okay. I can understand. Yes, yes, no issue, no problem. But work on it. So right now you come to know that you are not prepared
Sure, sure,
and
sure.
what preparation is required. Now you understand what preparation is required, and you just work on your that what you are want to add it in it. And maybe let's say that we do not get much time, but you just be ready with this. Yes, someone else apart from Shubham now. See, this is an opportunity, so don't just stay back. If you're going to run away, if you just want to escape from this, this is not a good sign. So come ahead, be bold, let whatever it happen. Maybe people don't worry much. What people think, it is their choice, it is their freedom, what they think. But what I think that I wanted to be bold, I wanted to be good in communication, I wanted to make my introduction better. So I have to just start. So others, please come forward. Otherwise, I don't want to waste my time because I can just complete, I can give you a brief information about introduction and you can go ahead. But you need to be again. Yes, Krishna, you just start immediately.
Hello, I am Krishna Rameshwar Ingre and I am basically from Barshi. I have completed HSC from Silver Jubilee High School, Barshi, with 90% marks, and also HSC from Sri Shivaji Mahavidyalaya, Barshi, with 75% marks. And my hobbies is at free times I sing a song. Okay, sir.
Yeah, right. Again, the same. It is unpreparedness, but I can understand that right now at 11th hour, anybody can just be have like this. So this is common, but don't be happy with this. There is a lot of scope for improvement, and you just work on it. की आपण काय काय करू शकतो, काय काय सांगू शकतो. But you can again watch some videos on YouTube and some information on Google and make it better. असं निवांत नाही राहिलं पाहिजे, रिलॅक्स नाही राहिलं पाहिजे की इफ आय एम नॉट एबल टू गिव्ह इट प्रॉपरली आय नीड टू लर्न इट. Okay, fine. So it's okay, Krishna, you are also done and I'm happy about your effort. Yes, Khushi, go ahead, Khushi.
Hello everyone. I am Khushi Dhotre. I am basically from Pandharpur, and I have completed my studies at the DHK school for getting the 97% mark. And I have completed my studies at a college KBP at Pandharpur and completed with 82% marks. Then I have a hobbies like reading, watching movies, and then yes, sir. That's it.
Okay. Okay, fine. I think that the same problem is arising, that unpreparedness and म्हणजे असं थोडीशी भीती वाटते मनामध्ये, आपण सांगतो की थोडीशी गडबड होते आणि मग अजून लगेच सगळं पटकन सांगायचं. सो अशी काही घाई गडबड करण्याची पण गरज नाही. यू कॅन टेक युअर टाइम, बी रिलॅक्स, बी नॉर्मल, आणि भीती मनातली कमी झाली पाहिजे. अजिबात असं कुठलंही दडपण असलंच नाही पाहिजे. सो डोंट कन्सिडर की एक असं मनावरचे जे दडपण येतं, भीती येते ना, यू हॅव टू रिमूव्ह इट. असं नाही वाटलं पाहिजे की यू शुड फील की युअर टॉकिंग. असं मित्रांसोबत बोलताना जसं वाटतं तसंच वाटलं पाहिजे वाईल गिव्हिंग इंट्रोडक्शन. सो आय थिंक दॅट दिस इज युअर फर्स्ट एक्सपिरियन्सेस टू टॉक, मे बी पब्लिकली, मे बी इन क्लास. सो असं अनेक अशा इव्हेंट मधून गेलं पाहिजे, त्यावेळेस ती भीती कमी होणार आहे. ओके, फाईन क्वेश्चन, यू हॅव डन इट. Then Dipti, I think that you raised your hand. So
Yes.
okay.
Hello everyone. I am Dipti More. I am from Barshi. This is Solapur. I have completed my SSC at JMU Solapur and SSC from JMU Solapur. Hobbies: I like watching horror movie. Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. That is also okay. That is not up to the point, but I'm happy about all you people are just taking effort. So तुम्ही जो प्रयत्न केला त्याच्यासाठी मी खूपच हॅपी आहे. सो देअरफॉर, पण हे जिथे तुम्ही इथं थांबू नका, इथं सोडून देऊ नका. आजचं लेक्चर संपलं की इथं सोडून दिलं की देर इज नो यूज ऑफ दिस. ओके, सो ॲज जस्ट शुभम हॅज मेन्शन वन कोट, अ जर्नी ऑफ 1000 miles स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम अ सिंगल स्टेप. सिमिलरली की तुमची जर्नी तुमच्या करिअरच्या दृष्टीनं की एक तुम्ही आता एक स्टेप घेतलं काय की यू जस्ट ट्राय टू इंट्रोड्यूस. सो दॅट इज व्हेरी नाईस कोट शुभम. आणि याच्यावरती जस्ट काम करत राहा. अँड आय एम शुअर की नेक्स्ट टाइम मे बी माझ्यासोबत नसेल पण ऍज अ फ्रेंड म्हणून तुम्ही एकमेकांसोबत हे कम्युनिकेट करणं, एकमेकांचं इंट्रोडक्शन घेणं, एकमेकांसाठी प्रिपेअर करणं, इंग्लिशमध्ये बोलण्याचा प्रयत्न करणं, ह्या ऍक्टिव्हिटी तुम्ही करत राहिलं पाहिजे. कारण ऍज फार ऍज करिक्युलम इज कन्सर्न सगळ्या गोष्टी मला क्लासमध्ये घेता येणार नाहीत, पण तुम्ही मात्र या गोष्टीबद्दल जर सजग राहिला आणि जर या गोष्टी सगळ्या जर करत असाल तर आय एम शुअर की असं काही जास्त अवघड वाटणार नाहीये तुम्हाला. आज जी भीती दडपण असते ते आणखी एक महिन्यानंतर तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिस करत असाल, एका आठवड्यानंतर, एक महिना खूप जास्त कालावधी आहे, आय एम शुअर की एका आठवड्यानंतर तुम्हाला आणखी जास्त कॉन्फिडंट वाटेल. विल टेक नाउ Sakshi and we'll stop this introduction. Sakshi, you go ahead.
Well, good morning everyone. I'm Sakshi Nikam from Mirrors and I've completed my SSC from St. Thomas English Medium School, Solapur with 74% and HSC from Vidya Mandir Prashala Mirrors. I have hobbies like reading books, playing badminton, etc. Thank you.
I think that Sakshi, you are doing it better little bit. Maybe you are getting advantage of that you have studied from English medium. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So fine, that you keep it on. Try to take it to next level, your pronunciation and tone, and maybe work on it. Okay. So it was nice. This is not for only 5 students because short of time I just decided to take only 5 students, but other students, there are number of, I can say we people have class of 60 70 almost. Okay, and out of that we people are just considering 5. This is just for example. Other students take inspiration from this, other students try to learn from this and try to make yourself better. So this is for all, because all we people have joined the engineering for some reason with some purpose. So try to go towards that purpose, try to think of that your goal, and learn many things about this, because I cannot spend much time for this. We'll move towards the point. So here it says this is most often asked question, and introduction can be again different, not the only those points which I have told you. You can add your point or you can skip any point of this also. Then academic record and qualification you need to tell here. Then your skills, if you have any skills, particular skills, maybe if it is case of language, coding, C, C++, Java, you can add that also. Talk about things you have done and jobs you have held that relate to the position you are interviewing for. So right now you people are freshers, so you don't have any kind of job you have done previously or any kind of experience that you people have, no any position you people have held, but you can tell any courses that you people have done or any training that you people have completed that you people can add here when you people wanted to introduce yourself. How long you people can continue your introduction? So 2 to 3 minutes. I will suggest that you can take 2 to 3 minutes for introducing yourself. And in introduction, you shouldn't tell everything. So you have to come in short, you have to introduce. And if they're give them chance to ask you other questions. It should not be that in only introduction you're telling everything about your hobbies and your strengths and your weaknesses and trainings and skills and everything you are mentioning in introduction. Don't do. Don't tell everything in only one introduction. At the time of interview, I'm talking for the sake of interview. So at that time. So in short, you just give your brief information and then let them ask. इंटरव्ह्यूला दुसरा प्रश्न विचारला पाहिजे त्यांनी. तर एका इंटरव्ह्यू मध्ये सगळंच मी सांगून टाकलं तर देन व्हॉट नेक्स्ट असं असू शकतं. कारण तुम्हाला दुसरे प्रश्न विचारले, समजा तुम्ही इंट्रोडक्शन मध्ये सांगितलं आणि हॉबीज नसते सांगितलं, तर दे मे आस्क यू व्हॉट आर युअर हॉबीज. हा क्वेश्चन सेपरेट येऊ शकतो ना तुमच्यासाठी. किंवा इफ यू आर नॉट मेन्शनिंग युअर स्किल्स, तर यू कॅन जस्ट गेट अ सेपरेट क्वेश्चन ऑन स्किल्स ऑल्सो. त्यामुळे थोडक्यामध्ये कंपल्सरी क्वेश्चन इन्फॉर्मेशन ऍड करायची ते म्हणजे तुमचं नेम, address, and let's try to add family background आणि एज्युकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन. एक 3 पॉइंट, एक 3 ते 4 पॉइंट आहेत. तर 3 ते 4 पॉइंट मध्ये तुम्हाला 2 ते 3 मिनिटाचं इंट्रोडक्शन तयार करायचं आहे. ओके. अँड देन यू पीपल कॅन गेट एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन्स अबाउट हॉबीज असतील किंवा स्किल्स असतील किंवा इतर त्यांचे जे काही क्वेश्चन येतील त्यानुसार यू पीपल कॅन बी रेडी. ओके. So very important point of this, that prepare written answer for this question and rehearse it. As I told you, this is the chance that you people get to create a positive impression. आपला इंटरव्ह्यू हा पॉझिटिव्ह ठरण्यासाठी जी सुरुवात होते ती सुरुवात ह्या क्वेश्चननी होते. And if you are just getting it positively, I'm sure की your entire interview will be positive. And हिथं जर तुमचं impression, you are failed to create impression, or if your introduction is not good, so your entire interview may have some negative impact on this. So work on it and make it clear. So we'll go to the next slide, and on next slide it says, what do you think you do be good at this job? So what do you think you do be good at this job? If you take this job, तुम्ही जर हा जॉब घेतला तर याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही चांगलं काय कराल असं तुम्हाला वाटतं? So maybe they're asking that की तुम्हालाच हा जॉब का मिळाला पाहिजे, for like this. The best is to say general and say something like this: a job where I love to work, like the people, can contribute more to the company, and so therefore you'll do good at this job. काय कराल चांगलं, का तुम्ही हा जॉब तुम्हाला मिळावा असं वाटतं, कोणत्या गोष्टी तुम्ही चांगल्या करू शकता? You can love to work. This is your quality. Yeah? Then you like the people, another quality. की जिथं जे कोवर्कर्स असतील, मे बी तुमचे कलिग्स असतील, यू आर गोइंग टू लाईक देम. अँड इम्पॉर्टंट इज दॅट यू कॅन कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट मोर टू द कंपनी. आपलं योगदान, यू आर गोइंग टू गिव्ह लॉट ऑफ कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन टू द कंपनी बाय वर्किंग ऑन दिस पोस्ट. अँड सो देयरफॉर you think that you'll be good at this job. You can get another way of expressing, and that says a job which is challenging, a job which gives me opportunities to prove knowledge and skills. So that can be again, but try to find out your own answers. This is not fixed answers, so don't consider that there is only this answer for this question. No, you can think differently, you can apply your imagination, you can use your creativity, you can use your language skills, and you can find your answer to this question. These are just sample answers that you people can think of, not necessarily same answer you should give. Same for this also, not necessarily this answer will fit you. You can have other thinking, you can have other answers as well. Okay. Then we people go to the next slide. And what appeals to you about this job? Appeals means again the you feel that ki ha job malaच मिळाला पाहिजे. So why? का मिळाला पाहिजे? So here are some reasons that you people can think of like this: to achieve through heights. So what is meaning of achieve through heights? It means that to achieve success or to excel, and also to learn. Why you want to get this job? Because you want to learn, then work hard and quench my thirst of knowledge. This is phrase, quench my thirst of knowledge. So what is meaning of quench my thirst of knowledge? काय अर्थ होतो याचा? Quench my thirst of knowledge. What is meaning of this? I want to quench my thirst of knowledge. Don't you know? तहान भागवायची मला. तहान भागवायची, मग पाणी पिलं पाहिजे ना. कसली तहान भागवायची? Are you getting it? Quench my thirst of knowledge. This is a phrase which means you want to get more knowledge. In simple words, what is meaning of this? You want to get more knowledge. माझी ज्ञानाची तहान भागवायची. Quench my thirst of knowledge. So quench my thirst म्हणजे तहान भागवणे हा figurative use आहे, which is applicable for knowledge. Okay, so try to understand. Is it clear? कळालं quench my thirst of knowledge म्हणजे काय?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So in the related field, so which is related field? The field that you people have chosen, and your field can be you're from civil, you're from CSC, you're from mechanical, you're from, let's say, any other branches, or any field can be any field. So in that field you wanted to learn, you wanted to become successful, you wanted to work hard, you wanted to get more knowledge, which I'm going to work. So the field in which you're going to work. So this can be your one way of thinking. This is not answer. Again, remember that not all interview questions will have only one answer. Everybody's answer is going to be different. So this can be for just getting clues only. फक्त समजून घेण्यासाठी हे उत्तर म्हणून असू शकतं, पण तुमचं उत्तर तुमचं वेगळ्या पद्धतीने तुम्ही तयार करू शकता. Another way that you people can answer like this: to be unique in decision making skills in the future. So what is this decision making skills and who takes decision in an organization? काय असतं decision making skill आणि ते कोण घेतं decision? Answer me. Suppose that you get selected in any company. After completion of your graduation, you get selected into company, and then will you be part of this decision making process? तुमचं सिलेक्शन झालं, तुम्हाला जॉब मिळाला, तर तुम्ही डिसिजन मेकिंग प्रोसेसचा पार्ट असाल का? Let's try to understand the working of any organization. So there is hierarchy, and that can be in the form of a pyramid. What is this pyramid is about? So all the employees who are working, they're at this level. Okay, so all the employees who are working, they're at this bottom level. So up to the higher level, there are some senior people. So senior people can be, let's say, there are supervisors, or they can be team leaders. Okay. So then if you go to the next level, higher level, there can be managers. If you go to higher level, there can be again another, let's say, CEO or MD, and here is the management. So who is management? Management are the people who are taking decisions. No employees can take decisions. Okay, so try to understand. If you got selected and if you're working at this level, you don't have any right to take decisions. In fact, you are going to follow the decisions. These people will take decisions, and that decisions are implemented through this type of communication, that downward communication. So that whatever decisions taken, they will convey to the CEO, MD. MD will talk with manager. Manager will talk with supervisor, team leaders, and those team leaders, supervisors will just have meetings with employees, and accordingly employees will work. This kind of communication will happen in any organization. So where you want to do? To be unique in decision making skills. So imagine that you are going to join here in any organization, and you are going to grow here. Okay, so that appeals, you want to grow from this place to that place, and so that appeals to you to get this job. So this can be your answer. So you can prepare your answers after understanding, because so many things you people have to learn within these 4 years. Imagine you people are just first year only, and you don't have much awareness about the working of any organization or what is happens actually, because you still are like a student. You're thinking like a student only, but simultaneously people need to learn apart from syllabus, apart from curriculum, apart from the class. You need to learn other things also. So you need to think about any startup of business, how it is marketing. You need to learn about finance. You need to learn about so many things if you wanted to grow, if you wanted to have a great career ahead, only getting marks is not sufficient. If you're learning a subject particularly and you're getting good marks, good grades in that subject, your percentage is high, not sufficient. You have to work on so many things. So as I just told you that you need to think about how to start a new business, how to just what problems we face, how to raise fund, or how to solve a particular problem, how to do marketing, how to solve problems of customers. So many problems, so many points are there which are related to a business, which are related to industry, which are related to an organization that you people try to understand. And I think that nowadays you people are lucky because the great sources like a smartphone, YouTube, and Google are always with you to help you. So people can make use of these things to learn so many things and become a self-learner here. Very important. That I would like to highlight it. You people need to become self-learner. If you're thinking that everything is taught in the class, it is not possible. That you may be reaching up to a certain level. You cannot go high. You cannot grow much. Okay. If you're self-learner, try to learn so many things about it, and you can just come out with your own solutions. Okay. We'll go to the next slide. Is it clear? Are you getting it? Should we go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that only few students are replying. Let me check the other people. Roll number 13, Abhishek, are you here? Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me check for others also. Sangram, roll number 16.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me ask another. Akshay, roll number 22. Are you paying attention, Akshay? Are you here?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask Ankita, roll number 42.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So maximum students are paying. Almost all are paying attention. So fine. Kunal, roll number 49. Are you here, Kunal? Roll number 49.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 41. Poonam. Is it audible? Roll number 41. Poonam. Okay, all right. There are some who are just connecting and not replying. We will neglect them. We'll not pay attention to them. So we'll go to the next slide. Next slide. The question will be like this. What are your strengths? Okay. So this is again common question, which will be asked, not compulsorily, but I think that maximum time this question is asked in an interview. Okay. So how to find out your strengths? In fact, I think that in last unit, we people are going to have this SWOC analysis. So that time you'll come to know. So in that SWOC analysis, you'll come to know, you think about strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges. So your strengths, you need to really analyze. So in which or in what I am really good. So that you people need to find out. Maybe it can be anything. It can be about your leadership quality. It can be about your any particular skill. It can be any quality. So strength can be anything. It can be your honesty. It can be your hardworking. It can be your sincere, discipline, focused. So number of things are there. You can just think of your strengths. Okay, and you have to find out one or two strengths you people have to find out and think about it. Am I really good in these things? How I can just use my strengths for doing work better? Okay, so that people will try to understand from this question. So here some of the examples you people can think of which are given. It says strength of your subject knowledge. So if you're really good in a particular subject or in all subjects, you are academically strong, you can say my strength is my subject knowledge. And if you're saying like this, if it is your strength, they may ask you some to test your subject knowledge. They may ask you some questions based on subject knowledge. So that time you should be able to answer those questions when you're saying that your strength is subject knowledge. Okay. Then next, you can tell that my strength is my ability to prioritize things. So what is the prioritize? To prioritize means what? काय अर्थ होतो याचा? Prioritize means to give preference. Preference द्यायचा. कशाला preference द्यायचा? Let's say that you need to complete 5 tasks today. So out of that 5 tasks, these 5 tasks are random 5 tasks. And then you need to think or you need to organize their sequence. ती सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं आज कुठलं काम आहे आणि जे सगळ्यात अर्जंट आहे ते कुठलं की जे मी आधी पूर्ण केलं पाहिजे. That you are going to decide. First I will do this. Then at second, त्याच्यापेक्षा नंतर महत्त्वाचं काम कुठलं आणि अर्जंट असेल, that you will decide. Then you will give priority to number 3, number 4, and you'll complete the task number 5, which is less important and which is less urgent. So what is this? This is your ability to prioritize things. So if you're really good in these things, in that case you can say like this: my strength is my ability to prioritize things, and give examples. If you're just saying my strength is my ability to prioritize, what to understand? Because anybody can say my strength is my ability to prioritize. Here you need to give examples that just say that an example maybe from your personal life, maybe from your academics, maybe from submitting assignments, maybe from any other that maybe any event or departmental task that you people have done. You just try to give examples that how you prioritized things and it worked better, that you people need to show. Okay. Then next strength can be your ability to problem solving skills. So if there any problem arises, you start immediately thinking from different directions. So if this is a problem, you're thinking from different directions, from all part of solutions you're trying to find out. And then finally, Saurabh Gaikwad.
No, sir.
Finally, you are emerging with one solution. Okay, so what is this? This is your problem solving skills. Then next is your ability to work under pressure. So in this case, you people can think of that you people are actually working for let's say project, or let's say any target is there which is given to you, and there is very less time, or there is short time. Let's say there is 1 week's time, and that 1 week time is very short time. Okay, it is not possible to complete this given task in 1 week. So you are under a lot of pressure, but still you're working it. You're working late night. You're working after working hours also. So you have ability. You can work under pressure. So that can be your strength. But again, try to give examples. By just saying only I have ability to work under pressure is not enough. You need to find out a suitable example to justify what you are saying as strength. Then your ability to focus on projects. So if you really like to work on projects, you have done some projects also during your, let's say, your first year, second year, third year, something like this. So you try to explain that how you like to work on project and give some examples of the project that you have completed. So that can be your strength. Your professional expertise. Let's say from what profession you are, maybe civil, mechanical, CSC. If you think that in that particular profession you are great, as far as CSC you are good at coding, your language knowledge is good, you can say that my strength is my professional expertise, and explain it how it is professional expertise. Just saying professional expertise is not enough. Okay, that nobody will understand what professional expertise means. Then you can say my strength is leadership skills, and give examples, and it can be your positive attitude as well. There are a lot of other strengths also. You can search on the internet, you'll get a lot of strengths, and try to relate your strengths with those strengths and find suitable examples or how you can explain that these strengths are your strength, that you people have to check it. So today we people are going to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, difficulties, problems, queries, you can ask me. आहे का कोणाला काही अडचण, शंका, डिफिकल्टी आहे का काही? Reply me yes, no.
No, sir.
Others, I can understand you are replying every time question. Other people also need to just react. आहे तरी म्हणायला पाहिजे ना, नाही तरी म्हणायला पाहिजे ना. That is not fair. At that time you people have to be attentive. If you're just having maybe बऱ्याच वेळा घरी आहे आणि मग घरच्या वातावरणामध्ये आजूबाजूला पण काहीतरी असू शकतं किंवा मध्येच एक 5-10 मिनिटासाठी आपण लेक्चर लीव्ह करून जाऊ शकतो. But give priority for attending classes. If you have really works, try to complete those works before starting of the classes or after completing of the क्लासेस. म्हणजे बऱ्याच वेळा जर असे काही कामं असतील घरचे, म्हणजे घरी आहे म्हणल्यावर घरची कामं करावी लागतात, पण जर काही अशी कामं असू शकतात की जे नंतर केले तर चालू शकतात. म्हणजे आता जर असं काही काम आहे की जे लेक्चर संपल्यानंतर लंच ब्रेक मध्ये केलं तर चालू शकत असेल तर यू जस्ट पोस्टपोन इट आणि अंडरस्टँड युअर प्रायोरिटी. आता मी सांगितलं ना, प्रायोरिटाइज थिंग्स, हे जे सांगितलं ना, यू हॅव टू इम्प्लिमेंट इट. प्रॅक्टिस करायची. प्रॅक्टिस करा म्हणजे आय मीन यू थिंक ऑफ इट की माझ्याकडे मला हे काम करायचं, 5-10 काम असतील माझी दिवसाभरातली, तर कुठलं काम मी अगोदर केलं पाहिजे, कुठलं काम महत्वाचं आहे हे ठरवता आलं पाहिजे. सो इट्स ओके दॅट यू गॉट इट. नेक्स्ट टाइम टेक केअर पुन्हा. ऑलराइट, we'll just finalize attendance and we'll stop here today. So I can see that only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 is not here. Then 30 is also not here. 31, 32, 33, 34 not present. 36 absent. 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60 not present. 61, 62, 63, 64 absent. 65, 66, 67, 68 absent. 69, 70, 71. So absent numbers are roll number 7, 29, 30, 33, 34, 36, 60, 64, 67, 68. Anybody present out of these numbers? If you're present, let's say you are here. Okay, fine. So should we stop here? Should I end this meeting from my side?
Okay, sir.